Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. And the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down in the comments down below. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting the share so other people can spam that like button. Let's get into it, y'all. What is up? It is October 23rd, 2025. As of the time of recording, Bitcoin is sitting at $110,175. And what we can see is 2 weeks now, Bitcoin has been trading on top of the 200 average and sloping to the upside. This is great news. I want to continue to see Bitcoin continue to hold the 200 as support. That is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful news. And then what we can see too is a big breakout, in the macro. We had your markdown, you had your Wyckoff reaccumulation, you had your big markup, and we had a back test of the prior range, especially when we look at the daily body close of this candle here. I'll just put it like so. What do you see? You see a perfect back test of the prior range. To me, this is very, very good news. And I want to see us hold here. And I think if we hold, what I think is going to happen is history is on our side at this point. October, November, still one of the most bullish months. So, the market makers have a way of just roughing everybody up before, giving you a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So it wouldn't be shocking to me is at the buzzer of October, we just pump a little bit. Nothing crazy. But, getting to 117 to the retracement here, or even the top of the range back to the 120s. All that is possible in the next couple of days. I know that we do have the rate cuts again coming, but there's going to be a little bit of resistance at about 115. That's going to be the next critical level to get above. All the moving averages are there. Also, the 0.5 Fibonacci is there as well. So that's going to be the big level. I do like to, when you consider the big wick that we had down here, 103, all that really happened was we just have filled this wick out. And that's a good thing to do when you have this massive $20 billion of liquidations. Great thing. To me, from my perspective, sentiment is literally at an all-time low. And I mean as low as it gets. Today, Bitcoin Fear and Greed sitting at 30. We've been chilling in the 20s for a week now. So today we're at 30, but we got as low as 22 a week ago. But we've been 25, 24, 27. Sentiment is truly in the dumps. And guess what? That is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Nobody on my channel, by the way, nobody on my channel is calling for higher prices. Wonderful news. Music to my ears. The sweet, sweet sound of capitulation. You'll love to see it. Now, I don't think there's like a ton of juice left for Bitcoin. 130s is basically where I think that we're going to get to. But we'll see what that does. Ultimately, you guys know I sold 40% of my gold. That call has not been in the red for a single second. Not for a second has that call been in the red. And a lot of what we're seeing is, we know this to be true. We absolutely know this to be true. But I saw it shared, and I'll just I'll pull it up real quick here if I can grab this. Is how inversely the 1 second. How inversely the charts of gold and Bitcoin really behave. And we're about to kind of shift gears here into gold. So let me pull up this picture here. Where'd it go? Where did you go? Whoops. Here we go. So here we go. This is a shout out to the Telegram for, bringing this up. But here's the chart breakdown between gold and gold consolidation and gold breakout versus Bitcoin. The orange one is Bitcoin, and then the yellow one is gold. And you can clearly see a strong correlation. Gold, Bitcoin is breaking out as gold is consolidating. When gold has a run up, you see the inverse. Bitcoin is going down. So you can see that gold is going up, Bitcoin is chopping, gold falls down, and then that is when Bitcoin had the big run up over here. Bitcoin was falling down as gold was absolutely ripping. Gold was sideways, Bitcoin was again ripping. Gold has been ripping, and Bitcoin has been falling. And right now, as it stands, gold is, we've been talking about this, I have been shorting and making a killing shorting gold. And I'm going to continue to look for opportunities to short gold. And not, every single opportunity is going to be great, but gold is the most overbought it's been. Like, this is insane. This is not a meme coin. In fact, this is the most overbought that we were since August of 2020. Guess what happened after August of 2020? If the chart will show here. So you had your big run up here from the C19 crash into August of 2020. That's when we peaked. You started chopping. And guess what happened? Guess what happened during that time? Now, I am not expecting some pin blow off top for gold. Although it's so overbought at this point, nothing in the matrix would surprise me. Literally, the most overbought that gold has been since 1979 on the monthly chart. The day that I decided to sell my gold was when I had never seen anything like this ever in my life, where on every single time frame, from 1 minute all the way to 1 month, gold was overbought. And so that's a crazy thing that I've never seen ever. So I'm not expecting some pin blow off top, but I am expecting it to start to gruel its way down and eventually back test the prior range, which is going to be about 3,300. And it could take a long time. Like, gold is not a meme coin. It's not some crazy cryptocurrency. It's going to behave how it behaves. It's going to do its thing. It's going to gruel rather than blow off top is definitely the more highly likely. But guess what? That's all we needed to do. So right now we're on top of the 20 moving average. I would love to see us break through that. Looks like it's finding a decent bit of support here. So I'm going to be looking for more and more opportunities to short gold as we go on, because it's going to eventually come back to 3,300 in my opinion. And I will be looking to short it all the way down. Like I said, I sold my gold, 40% of my gold publicly. When was that? On the 16th. We have not, look, this is mass euphoria, ladies and gentlemen. This is mass euphoria. This is what mass euphoria looks like. Make no mistake about it. That is mass euphoria. And so where is the chart? Where is the chart here? Or the tweet? I need to keep this up. Oh, yeah. So October 16th, 12:15. I'm selling 40% of my gold. Like, let's take a look at the gold chart and see what we've done since, when was October 16th? Oh, right. The top. We have not went higher for a second. For a second, we have not went higher than that moment. So listen, we're going to have a little bounce here. We'll probably come back up to 4,200. That's where I'm going to be looking to add to the short position, but I think it's going to roll over and come back down. Probably come to the 200 is going to be the next micro target here. Not the exchange, what product? So there you go. This has been stealing a lot of the thunder with cryptocurrency for sure, and this is very overbought at this point, and the chicken is coming home to crow. So I sold 40% of my physical gold, and I'm going to be looking to short it, and I'll be looking to continue to sell my gold. That is just that. The other big thing is the Russell 2000. It's just finding support off the 200 here. We would like to put in a higher high. This is very correlated as well. Inverse to gold. And also, after it broke out and went into distribution, this is when actual real deal alt season took place. We'll look at Ethereum. We'll look at Solana. We'll look at XRP. And then Bitcoin Dominance. And then we'll get into your guys' questions, comments, concerns. How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down in the comments down below. Where are you watching from? So this is getting a bit overheated on this crazy liquidation that happened a couple weeks ago. We actually perfectly nailed the 702 Fibonacci retracement. So what we want to see is this to continue to roll over. This looks weak to me. We want this to roll over, start putting in lower lows, lower highs, and that would be more of a continuation. I think it's going to be paired a lot with the Russell for sure. Really, Bitcoin is going to kind of start this next wave. A lot of times when you transition into phases, it a lot of times is marked by a crazy, scary liquidation event. So perhaps that's what we're doing again. So we're going to talk about Solana, Ethereum. Ethereum, to me, I don't feel as strong about Ethereum. Strong is not the word. I don't have as high of a conviction one way or the other for Ethereum, because I could paint a bear case for Ethereum. I could paint a bull case for Ethereum. And so I just don't really have any interest in trading Ethereum right now. Because of that, I will paint the bear case and I'll paint the bull case, and then you guys can come to your own conclusion. Because really, transparently, honestly, I don't know how to feel about Ethereum right here at these levels. So here's what it is. It's like, you had this big markdown, you went into accumulation, you had a big breakout, and then a back test of the prior range. Okay, the prior range is over 300 days of support. That is wonderful, and that's a very textbook thing to do. And we can see, like, even the craziest liquidation in history, crypto history, only brought us down to 3,500. So in all likelihood, that's probably the 28-day low, and then we're probably going to make a push to the 618 Fibonacci retracement, if not getting into price discovery. The only thing that, so mostly I guess I am bullish on Ethereum. The only thing that brings me a little bit of pause, though, that's different with like Solana, that's different with Bitcoin, and I'll just show it real quick, is the 200 moving average. Like the thing that we talked about at the beginning of the show was, Bitcoin has been trading. Oh yeah, I forgot to even mention this. I'll go back to this. Bitcoin's been trading on top of the 200 for 2 weeks now. The same thing for Solana. I'll show it real quick. This is a critical level of support, and it's been support for Bitcoin since 2023. All the way back here, the daily 200 EMA has absolutely been support for Bitcoin since 2023. And it looks like it is again. The same thing is true for Solana. When we pull up Solana for the past 2 weeks, Solana has just been chilling at the 200 EMA. Big deal. Really, really good signs. That's a critical level to be found as support. I like Solana a lot. It is on top of the 200 as well. And then we look at Ethereum, and it's like structurally it looks really strong. But then we see like the 200 is really far away, and that's the only thing that makes me have a little bit of concern with Ethereum is from a structural standpoint. If you take out the EMAs, you just look at the chart like this. This is a bullish chart. You have a big breakout, back test of the prior range. Beautiful, wonderful. You're about to get across the upside on the RSI. Again, beautiful, wonderful. The bear case that I would paint, though, is like, you could make the argument at some point that we would come and test the 200. Now, maybe we just chop sideways. Maybe the 200 gets back up in here, and then we test it. I don't know. But this is the only thing that has me like, what is the deal with Ethereum here? Where Solana is not there, Bitcoin is not there, the total 2 is not there, the total 3 is not there. Why is Ethereum here? But, mostly I'm bullish, but this has me a little bit cautious on Ethereum. The thing I'll say, too, about Bitcoin that I forgot to mention, and then we'll get into your guys' questions, comments, concerns, is this fractal. And, this sort of what we talked about a lot with the despair and the misery of the whole entire, the market is just like, even in my group, it's just despair, it's misery, it's just, I'm tired of this. I just want to break even and get out. It reminds me so much of October of 2024, actually. And, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? And go through these moments of like, what did they actually feel like? And it was crazy because you had this big parabolic rise and everyone had so much hope because we made an all-time high. We got the 74K only to have the rug pulled from us, and we came all the way back down to 60K. And then we had so much hope again. We're at an all-time high. We're above 69K. We're above the previous cycle all-time high. We have so much hope only to have the rug pulled again back down to 56K. And we just kept getting in this washing machine of grueling down and sideways back up to 71K. So much hope. Are we going to break out this time? Back down to 53K. I can't believe I got my hopes up again. I can't believe I fell for it again. Just this despair and misery of this washing machine of emotions. I'm in a box full of emotions. Back up to 69K, back down to 49K. This was the moment for sure. All hope was lost. Massive liquidation. Big liquidation. Japan cuts their rates. We're going into a recession. And then we started, after that, we put in a higher low, we put in a higher high, and then bada bing, bada boom. We were out of there just like that. So what I've done, because the feeling, the sentiment really reminds me of that time. Now, this isn't perfect, admittedly, but I think it's close enough to at least put it out there. And so what I've done is pulled this fractal from over here, and we can see, like, man oh my, even the big liquidation, man oh my, is this what we're doing for Bitcoin? Because it certainly feels this way. It certainly has the same sort of like, we're in the washing machine tumbler, get your hopes up, get the rug pulled. Get your hopes up, get the rug pulled. Get your hopes up, get the rug pulled. And it's exhausting for everyone, all parties involved. But that's how the apex predator works. The beatings will continue until morale is improved. And with that, we'll get into you guys' questions, comments, concerned. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. Is this an old thumbnail? This is the same thumbnail I've been using for like months. I need to update it. Do you think Bitcoin goes over 130 this year? I think so. Where's the live besides X? We're on YouTube, TikTok, X. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Kick. I'm everywhere. Everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at one time. Flux, please. We'll look at Flux. What do you plan on shorting, Ski? Gold? I have been actively shorting gold. Has Solnic bottomed? I think so. I mean, we're at the same range. Brother, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. Brother, I have a question. It's really good. Please look at the next short we can take. I got you, brother. I'm gonna still be looking for shorts on gold for sure. Let's read some of the TikTok comments, and then we'll look at Flux. When October, I got 99 problems. For some reason, this looks to be a bear market, which will dump later on. CZ got pardoned. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Bear markets do not start with fear being in the 30s. They just don't. They just do not. What up, Sona community? Heading to 120 short term. I think that's really possible. Bitcoin long. I'm in a Bitcoin long right now in the $1,000 to $100,000 trading account. We have already hit take profit 1 and take profit 2. I think we were up 50% earlier today. Take profit 3 is at 112.5. So we're actively trading $1,000 to $100,000. I do that Monday through Thursday in the morning. So yes, I am in a long on Bitcoin. And I have done very well in this trade. We'll see how it plays out. I've already moved my stop loss to my first take profit. It's good to hold both gold and Bitcoin. I do. Who's paying you to FUD gold? How much have I missed? I was watching Barn Brothers fix up a buggy. Nice. You know, Punky, you could always start the live over on YouTube. What do you use to short gold? I use BitUnix. You can find a link in my bio for that. 10 out of 10 from Australia. Fidelity just approved and added Solana ETF. Yep. And guess what? We're gonna get rate cuts. When is that happening? Like 2 days? You guys let me know. It's over. Just sell and bail. Do that, bro. Go ahead. Save a ski. I'm tired, boss. I'm down 6 figures, not flinching. I'm tired, boss. Unrealized hopium for me. What triggers a bear market? All right, let's talk about it. What will trigger a bear market? Number one, we need all of these to flip bearish, which would mean the 200 or the 20 moving average is going to cross the 200. The 100 moving average will cross the 100. The 50 moving average will cross the 200, and it will look like this. So on top, you will have the 200. Then you will have the 100. Then you will have 50. Then you will have 20. Right now, that is one surefire way of knowing, are you in a bear market? Are you in a bull market? Guess what? We're not even close right now. We are not even close. Even the weekly is even crazier. Like, look at how spread apart these are, flipped the opposite way. 200 is way down here. It's completely opposite. On the daily, it's completely opposite, and we are not even close. We are not even close. That is one surefire way. An even simpler way, you could just look at the 50 and the 20. You need the 50 to cross the 200, for sure. For sure. That is definitely one thing that will trigger a bear market. Another thing that triggers a bear market is maximum greed. All right, so this is going to be in the 90s. My lives right now, we got 84 viewers right now. That's going to be at like 800. That will trigger a bear market, because the bear market is not triggered by fear and despair. It's triggered by greed and hope and euphoria. That's what it's triggered by. You're going to get distribution from Bitcoin. You're going to make, right now we've made higher highs and we've made higher lows. It's going to be the opposite. We're going to make lower highs and lower lows. None of the things are happening. There's a stat, I don't know what it is. It's like bull market or top indicators, and it's like 0 of 30 have been hit. Greater is he. Ski, how you doing? Will Bitcoin increase as gold tumbles? I think so. VeChain was Altseason in March of 2024. There was a rally that we always have in March of 2024. And I'll show you what it looks like. You ready? Here's the previous cycle. 2017, you have a bull run. You have a bear market. You have a retrace. 50 to 70%. Bitcoin went to the 618. Guess what? There was a rally in altcoins during this time, and guess what? Everyone and their brother swore that it was Altseason. It is the same. That is what we had in March. We had a retrace rally. Right now, it's better to short or long Bitcoin. I am longing Bitcoin because we're at the bottom of the range and we're on top of the 200. I am in an active long right now on Bitcoin. Presently, we are up. What are we up? This is the $1,000 to $100,000 trade. We're up 37% on this trade. This account is the $1,000 to the $100,000 trading account. So that's the challenge that we're doing Monday through Thursday. We're up 37% on that trade. Many are down 70+% on alts. Well, there's many factors that go into that. A lot of it's inflation. We had some greed months ago. October 29th is when the rate cuts. From the 1,000, what's the overall margin? I'm using 10%. Serious question. Do you ever wear your hair in pigtails? That is not a serious question. Do you see us having a mini run to end the year? Ski, I'm wrecked with KDA. Yeah, that KDA was a surprising one. Are you concerned about tomorrow's CPI? It's only piece of inflation data since government shutdown. No, I'm not. Seems like all the central banks are actively easing. 100%. So you think 2017 run looks like 2025? Yes. You could say it could go into 2026, sure. It's not a, exact, 365, iteration. Says, bro, nice triple bench on 315 video the other day. I appreciate it. We had to see what we had. Do you think XRP still has bullish outlook? I do. I'm kind of neutral on XRP. I'm not crazy bullish on XRP. I'm not crazy bearish on XRP. It's hard for me to get super excited about XRP because my price on XRP, like my average is like 30 cents. You know what I mean? So unless we get below $1, I have no interest in adding to my position on XRP personally. So that's me. So it's neutral to me. It's fine. I think we need to get back above 280 to really get it kind of bullish again. It's more neutral right now, though. Hopefully that makes sense. thanks for responding and taking time. Appreciate you. What's your thoughts on Cardano? I like Cardano. Wife's boyfriend did 6-7 times. That's cap. Video evidence or did not happen. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. All right. Someone was asking me about would you sell XRP now? No, I'm good on XRP. Like I took action in 2024. You know, I sold 40% back then. And that makes me be in a place where I am comfortable just waiting out. Like I don't need to take any action on XRP. So if it goes down, great, I'll accumulate more. If it goes up, great, I'll continue to look to sell. I mean, yeah, so maybe prematurely call that this a spring. That definitely looks like a spring, though. We definitely want to get back in this range here for Flux. We're at 12 cents. We want to get back into the 19-cent range. I mean, my God. So, yeah, might have prematurely called this a spring, but if that's not it, I don't know what is. Others year-end higher or lower? Higher, for sure. Listen, here's what's not going to happen, guys. I already tweeted this out when it happened. For Bitcoin, I think that the 28-day low is already in. We already filled out the wick with a higher low already at 103. I think that the 28-day low is in. Like, we'll see if that holds. I haven't bet my beard on it. You know, we'll come back November 10th and see, did that 103 hold? But I think that the 28-day low is already in. And so here's what's not going to happen, though. I can assure you. What will not be happening in the next 28 days, we're not getting another $20 billion of liquidations down. It's not happening. The money is not there. Okay? It was already grabbed. The money does not exist liquidating $20 billion short. It no longer exists. All right, so what does that mean? What will not be happening? We're not getting a $20 billion short. It's just not happening. You know where the money does exist, though? Above 110, above 130. There's no liquidity down here. Why is the market maker going to spend billions of dollars to grab what? Millions? No. The money doesn't exist down there. It's not happening in the next 28 days, I can assure you. Let's take a look at others, though. How's the music on TikTok, though? The volume specifically, like, I know we've been having issues with that. Is it too loud? You think it's the last bull run for alts? I do not think so. I don't hear anything. Too low. Okay. Well, now we made it too low. How about now? You guys hear it now? It's perfect. Good. Okay. Well, let's look into others. No music. All right, let's go look at others. Yeah, so listen, here's what's happened, guys. This was a proper black swan, right? I was not first. I wasn't out here sounding the alarm first. I was kind of patiently, I kind of sat back, got into the charts, seen what I thought was going to happen, seen where the vibes were. I listened, I waited, I observed, and I think I, feel more confident now that, the dust has kind of settled a little bit, and I think that the 28-day low for Bitcoin is in, and I think that that was a proper black swan. We're not getting another one, okay? They don't come back to back like that. That's not happening. There's no money. There's not $20 billion to the downside like there was a month ago. That doesn't exist anymore. It's only up. So I'm not saying up only, but the liquidity is up only. But okay, so others, what do we do? We had a retrace here to the 618. We came back tested to the prior range, and now we are back up. I would like to see the 200 get above the I would like to see others get above the 200 EMA and start trading above that. That would be a good sign. Let's look at yeah. So that's going to be a little bit of resistance here, getting above 267. But if we can get above that, start trading above it, I think we're going to have a continuation of higher lows here. And then this is just a big, look how oversold we got, especially on the 5 hour. This is really oversold here. Daily is about, we've just gotten across the upside on the daily. I think if Bitcoin, gets to the top of the range again, we're going to see this too. Bitcoin below 100K. When? Really enjoy your stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brother, you bow hunting at your farm this fall? I don't know if I'm going to do it this fall. I don't know if I'm going to have time this fall. I need to get out there, though. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go camping out there and do some bow hunting. That might be a good little cleanse. I might have to get out there. Can Solnic hit $1 by this bull run? Solnic is my number one 100x play, period. Like, I want y'all to think about what we just went through, what we just survived. $20 billion $20 billion liquidated did not bring Solnic out of the range. And then right after $20 billion, one of the whales got wiped for 30 million Solnic. And that also, or it wasn't 30 million, I'm sorry. I think it was 7 million. That also did not bring us out of the range. So I don't know that you're going to get a better price. Like we've been this is deep in Wyckoff accumulation. And we're just at the bottom of the range here. Where we've just gotten across to the upside on the daily RSI. And we got super oversold on the 5 hour as well. 7 mil worth 30K. So if that doesn't bring us out of the range, how do you get wiped out? 7 million. A phishing attack. The biggest risk in crypto is phishing attacks. The same as the same as corporations. If you click on a malicious link, it's just their wallet got wiped is what happened, and Solnic was on there. Their wallet got wiped due to a phishing attack, due to a malware website. It was in an imposter website, and if you connect your wallet to an imposter website, you essentially are giving them access to all of your money. 3.7 million market cap. Yes. Can you do Solana? I'm bullish on Solana. Solana is on top of the 200. It held through all that for the past 14 days. It's on top of the 200. I'm very bullish on Solana. I'm bullish on the structure. I'm bullish on the EMAs, all of that. LCX is going to 50 cents, $50. I don't think they're going to $50. They might go to $2. I think it could go to 50 cents. I will be live tomorrow with Alex, by the way, guys. Alex Costa will be live in the morning. That's what, 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. Central Time. We'll be live. I do have a couple slots for consultations if you guys are interested in that. If you want to set up a one-on-one consultation with me with a personalized exit strategy, setting up a personalized exit strategy, entry strategy based on your portfolio, you can hit me in the DMs for that. So I have 4 slots available for the next week if you guys want that. I don't mind LCX. LCX actually held up pretty damn good, all things considered. You want to get back above the 200 here, which is about 13 cents. But yeah, this is pretty good. Like, it held the support here even through the mass liquidations. And I think that's a pretty good sign. So yeah, this is just a higher low again for LCX. This is not a bad range. I have a feeling November, December going to rise. I have the same feeling. Solana, please. I just went over Solana, and I also will upload a video after this. But I'm bullish on Solana right now. I like where it's at. It's on top of the 200 EMA. Leroy Jenkins. I lost 2.5 million, Solonic. Bitcoin going down first half of November under 100K. Okay. All right. Let's live in crazy land for a little bit. All right. Everyone has anxiety. Everyone has despair. So let's take it there, shall we? Let's live in crazy land for just a little bit. I'm gonna entertain your guys's. Are you not entertained? I'm gonna entertain your guys's crazy, anxious. Oh my God. All right. Meep, I need y'all to think about this. I need you to think about this. So we say 100K. All right, cool. That's fine. 100K. Now let's think about it practically. 100K. So I need you to understand, October 10th, 2025, $20 billion was wiped out from the market. And we did not lose 100K. We could not. $20 billion of sell pressure could not get us below 100K. That was not only a black swan, it was a double black swan. And if that does not get us below 100K, what then will it take? What is it going to take? What is it going to take? If $20 billion of sell pressure cannot get us below 100K, what is it going to take? And why would the market makers spend billions of dollars when there's only millions of dollars of liquidity? Why would they go there first? I have 10K in Solana waiting for 420. I think that's a good exit target. When retail start giving price prediction, buy more. 100%. So listen, what event is it going to take? 20 billion couldn't do it. What is it going to take? I'd like to see it. Man, I love my brother Ski. And listen, I'm not here trying to give you guys hope here. I'm literally rationally, practically thinking through it. I'm trying to put the mirror on these crazy predictions because, my man, whoever that was, I'm not picking on you because you're just a micro. You're just tag. You're it. You're lucky number 11 because I'm seeing it everywhere. You're just the one who did it. I don't even know if I could say your name. I'm just going to call you Gig 5000. You're just lucky number 11. I'm not picking on you. But I think a lot of people share your sentiment. A lot of people share your feelings. And so now I'm putting the mirror on it. Okay, so it's fun to just throw out numbers, cool. But then what does it take? What is the rationale? What is the actual A plus B equals C? 1 plus 2 equals 3. What does it actually take if 2 weeks ago we had $20 billion, a double black swan liquidation, all of the liquidity wiped out, downside, and we're still on top of the 200. If we cannot lose it from that, what is the event going to be? And I'm not saying it's impossible, but what is it going to take? I think another Trump tweet about failed China deal. I don't think so. It didn't do it the first time. It didn't do it the first time. What happens first? Browns go to the playoffs or Bitcoin to 200K? Bitcoin to 200K. But hey, if we mess around and win Sunday, we're fully back. If we mess around and beat the Patriots, I'm telling you guys right now, are on pumpkin watch. Okay? Who have the Patriots beaten? Who have the Patriots played? The Browns, meanwhile, have went through the ringer of a daggone gauntlet, back to back to back to back juggernauts. The fact that we're sitting here with 2 wins is a crazy feat in itself. If we mess around and beat the Patriots, go into the bye with 3 wins, and then we play the Jets, and then we got like 7 winnable games. So don't mess around and beat the Patriots this Sunday. You won't be able to tell me nothing. We will be fully back. Listen, you guys cannot trust my opinions on sports. I'm telling you right now, do not trust my opinions on NFL football, specifically with the Browns, because I cannot separate my heart from what I want to happen and what is reality for sports specifically. Now, crypto, I'm very good at doing that. The Cleveland Browns, I cannot do that. So do not trust my opinions on the Cleveland Browns. Talk about hopium, Ski. I know, right? Listen, I am not the person to listen to when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, because I will always have hope, no matter what. 6 or 7 winnable games. The Browns are only 2. It's not going to be easy. Shador Sanders is pro ready. Do we have to worry about you being arrested or being part of an illegal poker gambling ring? You do not have to worry about me being arrested or being a part of an illegal poker ring. Don't mess around and let the Browns win on Sunday. You won't be able to tell me nothing. You won't be able to tell me nothing if we head into the bye 3-5 and then we face the Jets. Who's the Jets quarterback? Who knows? Y'all let me know. Ski part of the mafia gambling ring. That's Cat, bro. Ski. Don't bet the farm. Browns to the bowl. Probably not the one you want. November, December will tell us everything. Thoughts on H&T and AVAX? I like both H&T and AVAX a lot. Bitcoin pumps to 180 and the Browns win 59-0. This is the happiest day of my life. How long are we in a bear market for? I'm tired. If you thought this was bad, bro, we didn't get nothing all of 2022. I'm tired, boss. Did you already discuss Kadena? Kadena is crazy. That one was shocking to me. Utterly shocking. This seems like it never ends. Good. The beatings will continue until morale is improved. All hope will be lost. And then we will go. The beatings will continue until morale is improved. Can you talk about Rose? I still, listen. If I liked Rose, if I liked Flux, the only chart that, or the only coin that my opinion has changed on is Kadena, obviously. But outside of that, if I liked Flux on October 9th, I like Flux today. If I liked Rose on October 9th, I like Flux today. The only one that's actually changed is the one that shut down their blockchain. Obviously, that is fundamentally different. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a different scenario. Once Solnik hits $1, we CTO in Kadena. Maybe. What's the market cap on Kadena now? What is the market cap on Kadena at this point? All right, guys. I think this is a good stopping point. I'll be live tomorrow with Alex, 9 a.m. Central Time. Be there or be square. If you're square, you're not around. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I will never message you first. Those are scammers. That's somebody from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkestan. It's not me, though. It's not a ski stand. I have 4 slots available for next week for doing a one-on-one consultation, lifetime access to my course, lifetime access to my Telegram group, and a personalized exit strategy. If you're interested in that, hit me in the deep... Whoa, pause. Hit me in the DMs. My God. This is a family show. Hit me in the DMs for that. Kadena was the sacrifice. That's a good take, honestly. There's always a sacrificial lamb. Was it Kadena? Was it Kadena? All right, guys. That's going to be it for this time. Peace, love, prosperity. God first.